What's up, guys? Fun with Knives back with another Kershaw to look at today. It is the Injection 3.5. This is the larger version. It does come in a 3.0. Those numbers are obviously reference to the blade length. So I went big with this one, and I was never really excited by this knife. It just kind of looked plain to me, and I was just like, no, I'm not too excited about it. Knife Center had them on sale. I think they're right at 20 bucks, and man, what a deal for this thing. Thing blew me out of the water for 20 bucks. I mean, I think street price is probably more like 30, but even at that price point, this is a great deal. So I think this knife is wildly underrated. I don't see it on anybody's lists of good EDC knives or anything like that. So I'm gonna tell you why I like it, a couple flaws of it, but I'll give you the specs first. Got a 3.5-inch blade length, a 4.5-inch close length, and then an 8-inch length overall, with a weight of 4.4 ounces. And that is a little heavy for this size, but I mean, nothing to worry about, really. And I like the classy look of this. I mean, I would definitely put it in an EDC, gentleman's carry. It kind of crosses over between both. It's definitely not anything tactical or outdoor, related, but something to throw in your pocket every day that's a little bit more blade length than a lot of them. I like that. And this blade is just an awesome drop point. Almost reminds me of a kitchen knife, really. It kind of looks like a steak knife. It's just, screams utilitarian. It's got some decent blade stock there. You can see that. That's fairly thick. It is a full flat grind from Kershaw, which you don't see a whole lot of those. So I like the slicing capabilities of those. You got Kershaw's older logo there. And then model number 3830. This is a Todd Rexford design. He releases some awesome stuff. Obviously has some great customs. Not that I have any, but you can see some of his design features and knives like this Injection, or his other Kershaw offerings from his customs. So this is Chinese produced. That's how they keep the price down. Not really worried about it. I mean, the fit and finish is there for the price I paid for it. That's for sure. Like I said, I love the blade. I've used it quite a bit. If you could have seen that, I got some chips and some sharpening roll. I don't know. I'm not the best at sharpening, guys. If you watched my channel before, you know that. But this thing is pretty wicked sharp at the moment, even. And I love the full flat grinds. I love them from Spyderco, and Kershaw does them pretty well too. They just make great EDC knives. So this is a manual opener with these ambidextrous thumb studs, one on either side, and they're a little bit oversized, if you can see that. That's pretty cool. They got some kind of different machining, and it's easy to get a purchase on. And even though this is just riding on some phosphor bronze washers, this is really easy to flick out. Comes out wicked fast. It's almost speed safe fast, and you can open it nice and slow. It's not the smoothest knife in the world, so I like that capability. Manuals are always a little bit less scary to people, so that's always good. This is a liner lock. You can see those full stainless steel liners. They're bead blasted as well. I didn't really talk about that. Everyone hates bead blast now. It was like a fad. Everyone wanted their knives bead blasted for a while. That's all production knife companies were making. And, I don't mind it. I know it's a little bit more open to corrosion, but my knives never stay dirty or wet for that long for me to worry about it. I don't think it's the coolest looking thing in the world, but I mean, it's just kind of a matte metallic color, matte gray. But the liners are that as well. They're bead blasted. And then the liner lock's hitting pretty good. I mean, there's no blade plate whatsoever. This thing locks up like a rock. And really easy to move over. Deploy it easy. Close it easily. This handle is made out of 3D Machine G10, but it's not grippy whatsoever. It's almost polished G10. There's almost no traction there to it, which is a little weird to me. When I think of G10, I think of that real tacky surface, that you see on Spyderco or Cold Steel or whatever. Something that gives you a really great grip, and they just kind of polish this off. I kind of wish they would have used just glass-filled nylon or some sort of plastic just to keep the price, a little bit lower, because this G10 is not doing anything for you. I get that it's durable and it's strong, but I guess it does look pretty good. They got 6, cutouts that they've milled out here. They did not go through the liner though, just through the G10. And that's where your weight's coming from, really, is all those thick stainless steel liners throughout the whole thing. But classy look to it for sure. You got this decorative pivot here. Can't talk, guys, sorry. Kind of satin finish, something you see on some Todd Rexford knives for sure. Pretty simple pocket clip. Rides adequately deep for me. It's got Kershaw's old logo on there since this is an older design from them. It is reversible to the other side, but it is tip up only in your pocket. You have a backspacer here that's, I forgot what they called it. I think it's chamfered or something like that, where it's kind of rounded. And it's kind of looks like it's floating in there. It doesn't really do anything because these G10 slabs are over the stainless steel liners. They actually have the screws that go into it. So it looks like it's floating. You got an integrated lanyard post there to throw your paracord through. So overall, classy knife. I like it a lot. I like the size of it. It feels really good in hand, even though this thing is completely devoid of any grippiness or jimping whatsoever. Got none up on the spine. You know, this G10 is smooth, but it still feels great in hand. And maybe that's because you got a nice finger choil and it's just kind of a no-nonsense knife. You know, like I said, it reminds me of a kitchen knife. I think this thing would be great as a gentleman's carry knife if you don't mind the 4.4 ounces, but you know, just as a strict EDC knife, this thing has worked wonders for me. And I just can't figure out why I didn't buy it sooner. In fact, I'm even considering the smaller one as more of a gentleman's carry, the Injection 3.0. So I do like this knife a lot, guys. Blade centering is actually pretty good. It's not bad. You can see the liner lock moved it over there a little bit. But I'll take that since this liner is so strong. You know, it's a thick piece of steel holding it in there. And that's one thing I was concerned about. This is a little bit of a thicker knife with those stainless steel liners, and these are kind of thick slabs of G10, but it's not too noticeable in the pocket. I can definitely tell you that. And I think this knife is one that's overlooked by a lot of people. It was by me. So I suggest if you guys find them on sale like I did, just snag one up. They're such a great knife to throw into your EDC rotation. And you guys know I'm kind of partial to Kershaw. I love them. They release some of my favorite knives just because of the price point. But thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, like and subscribe. I will have more knife reviews coming. And have a good one.